Hi guys, elections are taking place in May this year in Northern Ireland for the Assembly there. The main issue, I believe, will be the cost of living crisis, not the Northern Ireland Protocol, which many unionists like the DUP and the traditional unionist voice want front and centre, but that could be wishful thinking on my side. However, after the election, if Sinn Féin is returned as the largest party, which the polls predict, and if Sinn Féin win major gains in the Republic, there's a real possibility that there would be a First Minister in Northern Ireland from that party and a Taoiseach or Prime Minister in the Republic from the same party. That would see calls for a referendum taking place on the island of Ireland for reunification. So what is the Alliance Party's position? Well, its leader Naomi Long was asked about that.
When we take a position, as will undoubtedly happen at some point in the future.
Yes,
and people
and we will
could be forgiven for asking at the moment. I'd like to know what that position is. I'm a small N nationalist or a small U unionist. I'm thinking of voting for the Alliance Party, but I want to know ultimately what you represent.
And I have set out what we represent. We represent prioritising building a united community, delivering for the people of Northern Ireland, and we prioritise both of those over and above the constitutional question. And if you're a unionist or a nationalist, you're still free to have those views, but we are saying that our priority as a party is to drive forward progress in Northern Ireland.
Okay, so her priority as a party is to drive forward progress in Northern Ireland, to drive the economy forward, to drive unity forward between the two sides. It's important to remember that nationalist parties in Northern Ireland, those of the SDLP and Sinn Féin, they want a united Ireland, while the unionist parties like the UUP, the DUP and the traditional unionist voice, they want to maintain the status quo, Northern Ireland part of the United Kingdom. Now, the Alliance Party presents itself as neutral on this topic. They are more concerned with, as she said here, building unity between the two sides, pushing forward progressive policies. They are, as far as I know, a sister party of the Liberal Democrats in Great Britain. So their policies are somewhat similar. Not exactly the same, but they are somewhat similar. But it is an interesting question for them. Which side would they pick if there was a referendum? I think the Alliance Party would remain neutral on this. They would say, look, if there's a referendum, we're going to sit it out. We're not going to pick a side. They may try to present arguments. Of course, if they're asked questions, they will respond to those questions. But I think they would present arguments for and against leaving the United Kingdom or joining a united Ireland, forming a united Ireland. So I think their input would be extremely valuable. In a sense, could be less biased than maybe the SDLP, Sinn Féin or the unionist parties. So yes, I understand that many people will ask, well, which side are you going to pick? But the people who generally vote for the Alliance Party are not interested in the constitutional question. They're more interested in bread and butter issues, such as, is my school getting enough funding? Are there jobs for my kids? The cost of living crisis in particular. They are a party that are necessary in Northern Ireland. Many people are not just focused on the constitutional issue, which seems to get a lot of noise, of course, in Northern Ireland, but there are also bread and butter issues that need to be dealt with. So is it important that we know the answer to which side the Alliance Party would pick if there was a referendum? No, not really. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.